Devilman Crybaby was a phenomenal anime. I see why people are already calling this the king of 2018, even though, we just started 2018, like what, not even right at 2 weeks ago, but still, I understand where you're coming from, and this review is going to contain major spoilers, but it's not going to be right now, so stick around if you haven't watched up until the end. I'll let you guys know when to click away, when the spoilers are about to start. But before I continue with this review, I have to say, if the first episode pushed you away, if it turned you off, if you're like, this isn't my kind of anime, if you got that vibe from the first episode like I almost did, don't listen. Don't listen to that gut feeling. Keep going, because by the end of this anime, it's going to have you hooked. There's some amazing storytelling. There's some awesome characters. There's some tragic moments. There's some feels. Like, the first episode almost turned me off because it was just so all over the place. It was so over the top. It was super fast paced. I was like, what the heck is going on? But it all makes sense by the end. It really comes together. So for those of you that have not finished this anime, please do so. And then come back, because I'm going to talk about the last 2 episodes a lot in this review. Now, even though, most of you know that I was spoiled on the last few twists in this series, so I was actually expecting the twists before I got there, but still, this was amazing. Like, I really want you guys to feel the twists, like, legit. Like, I don't want you to be spoiled or anything, so what I'm going to tell you guys is stay away from any Devilman Crybaby videos, comment sections, anything until you finished, because even though the twists, like, I knew what the twists were going to be, they still killed me. Like, I was like, oh my god, can this really be happening? Even though I knew it was going to happen because I was spoiled. So, for those of you that haven't been spoiled yet, believe me, when you get to the twists and you don't know what's going to happen next, it's going to extra kill you. Like, this is such a really well-written anime. Now, I know this is about as far as you can get from the anime Death Note, but the twists in this anime kind of make me feel like the twists in Death Note. I know they're 2 entirely separate types of anime, but like the whoa, what the fuck, like I have to keep watching twists that I felt in Death Note. That's how I felt watching Devilman Crybaby almost every episode, especially the last 5 episodes, because those last 5, especially the last 2, by the end, I was like, come on, Netflix, just tell me to skip to the next episode already. I'm ready. I got my food. I laid back on my couch. I was enjoying this ride. Like, this was a really, really amazing anime. So go out there and check it out. And here comes the spoilers. So if you haven't checked it out, go ahead and click off now and come back after you have seen episode 10, because you are not going to want to be spoiled like I was. It's still going to be amazing regardless, but still, like, I want to see someone's legit reaction after not knowing what was going to happen. But get out of here. I'm about to talk about the last 2 episodes in detail. The fact that Ryo was Satan, if I wasn't spoiled on this fact already, I really would have been shocked. Like, I always knew something was going on with Ryo. Like, it was completely obvious that he wasn't all the way human, or if he was, he had, like, some friends in high places, like with demons or whatever. But when he turned into Satan, I was like, oh man, I wasn't expecting him to look like that. He had like a woman's body for whatever reason. That was kind of odd, seeing a man's voice coming from a woman's body, but whatever. But the ending was epic, and I actually hated, like, I legit hated Ryo. Like, I despised him when he said Akira's name on that broadcast and got everyone in that immediate situation killed. And Miki, oh man, Miki and Miko, the one with the bigger boobs, both of them, I was rooting for both of them. I really didn't want them to die. Like, the scene, man, okay, first off, I was expecting her and Akira, well, I wasn't expecting it, of course, because I was spoiled, but I would have expected them, and I would have wanted to see them, get past all of this demons versus humans crap, and, live somewhere that maybe have some half demon babies, you know, settle down, get married, because they deserved it. Miki had no blood on her hands. Even when that dude handed her a gun, she was like, no, I don't want to become a murderer. And she was murdered out of cold blood just because she was friends with the demon and made that post or whatever. But that post did inspire more Devilmen to come out of nowhere. So that was really a nice you know, send off for her. She actually did do something before she died. And that scene where she was running and Miko died, I was like, come on, man. And then when Miki was running, I was like, just run a little faster. And then when she got shot in the leg, I was like, oh man, it's all over. But before that fatal stab wound in her back, I thought just maybe Akira was going to come in and save the day at the end. That scene with the baton passing from Miko to Miki, and she was like, she has to pass the baton to Akira. That hit me right here, man. Especially when she died, I was like, fuck, like, what is going on? Why am I feeling this bad this much in this anime? There were so many scenes that brought me to tears, like literally, like my eyes watered up, like especially the Miki scene, of course, the final scene with Satan and Akira. I'll get to that one in a second. And also the one about Miki's family when the dad found, you know, his wife and child. His child was eating the mom. I was like, what the fuck? That shit was so sad. And it really, really tried to hurt your heart, because that scene, he was crying and screaming, and the camera zoomed on his face, just in detail showing how upset and how destroyed that man was. And he kept raising the gun to shoot. He couldn't do it. He tried over and over. They spent a while on that scene, like a whole 2 or 3 minutes. It was really, really heartbreaking. And then all of them died. And then just seeing Akira come and take them and bury all 3 of them was really, really sad. Like the last 3 or 4 episodes, every single one was heartbreaking in its own way. I was spoiled that Akira was going to die way back when I was on episode 3, so I wasn't expecting him to live or anything, but I was not expecting the entire human race to, you know, go kaput. Like seriously, like the entire human race, every demon, every human is gone. And that scene where, I think it was like in episode 8 or 9, when Akira was blocking the other humans from being assaulted with rocks and guns and stuff, he was like, hey, don't kill humans, don't kill your fellow humans, kill me instead. And those kids came up to him and hugged him on the leg and stuff, and he had like a line of people hugging him and entrusting their hopes into him, like putting their hopes into Akira. All those scenes, all scenes like that were for no reason, really, because everything, every single speck of life on Earth is gone. Earth is essentially the new Earth's new moon, which is kind of an interesting take on why we have a moon. Like it was a failed Earth that was overrun by demons in the past, pretty much. And even like dinosaurs and like stories of werewolves and ogres were all tied to demons. That's a really interesting take on, you know, mythology or whatever. That's really, really cool. That's why I say this anime is amazing. But it's like everything that led up to the ending was for no reason. All the people that Akira saved, all the people that died, every little glimmer of hope, the whole earring thing that Miki put that earring in her ear to protect her, she died. Akira put the earring in his ear, he died. I'm like, come on. Like, there's no hope anywhere. So the real question is Satan dead? Like, is Satan alive? Because I believe he said something like this happened before and he came back on the new Earth, you know, as a child or whatever. He had no memories until whenever. But this could have happened again because, you know, he said demons always find a way or whatever. But I highly doubt we'll get a season 2. I would love a season 2, but I don't want another main character besides Akira because he was so perfect playing this role. Like, seriously. But I would like to think that Satan is dead because he deserved it, man. He pissed. Like, I really, really hated Ryo's character after he said Akira's name on the television on that broadcast, exposing him. And that's really what ultimately led to Miki's death, Miko's death, and the whole, you know, house burning down or whatever. So I'm like, fuck, man, like, Ryo, why? I wish somebody would have killed him before he realized he was Satan. Oh man. Akira and his army of devilmen versus Satan and his demons. I don't know how to feel. Like, it was a good ending. It was really well written, but we were rooting for Akira the entire show, and then he's just a torso at the end. I'm like, come on. He even had other devilmen sacrifice themselves to become his limbs, like his arm, his legs, and everything. I'm like, man, come on. Like, all those sacrifices were in vain. Every single sacrifice in this entire anime was in vain because Satan won. Well, ultimately, God won because, you know, he pretty much destroyed everything else, although there was nothing left. Like, in the end, I think it was just Satan and Akira left. I mean, Akira wasn't even really there because he was dead. He was a torso from that huge blast that Satan did. But, I mean, seriously, like, is this really what you wanted, Satan? Like, what did you think was going to happen? And I am glad, like, the only thing I like about, I can't believe I'm saying this, Satan's character at the end, that's a really weird statement to say, but anyway, the only thing I like about his character at the end is when he finally realized that Akira meant more to him than his goal. Like, when he realized that he didn't really want to be alone, you know, he was his best friend. Like, Akira was really the only friend he had throughout his entire, you know, life being Ryo anyway. You know, Satan came from way before Ryo and Akira were a thing, but this incarnation of Satan inside of Ryo was, you know, he actually loved Akira. Like, they were best friends, and I'm glad that he got some redemption at the end. You know, right before he died, it was really short-lived and really sudden, but I am glad he realized that he was wrong. Like, he should have went around, he should have done things differently. But the last 3 episodes were so heartbreaking. It was so disheartening seeing Akira walk up to Satan carrying Miki's head, you know, holding it, hugging it essentially, and saying that you cost me everything. My family, Miki's family, everything I know and love is gone because of the demons. Next time I see you, I'm going to kill you. And that scene really made me root for Akira. I already knew Akira was going to die, so I really hoped that maybe they would kill each other, like on some Naruto and Sasuke type shit. But, I mean, of course, Naruto and Sasuke didn't kill each other, but you know what I meant. Like, maybe they clashed and both of them died. But I just don't think it's fair that Akira died and Satan lived. I mean, he might be dead from God's almighty holy shower or whatever at the end, but you know, we don't know exactly what went on with that because it is shown that God did do that before and Satan still found a way to survive. So there's still a potential, like a small sliver of a chance that he could be alive and come back as some other new life form on the new earth, whether humans be brought back on that earth or whatever God decides to create. But it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth seeing Akira sitting there at the end, just torso, while Satan is just talking about designs in the moon. It really threw me off. And I was like, man, come on. He didn't even put a scratch on Satan. Like, seriously, he punched him a few times, but ultimately his man-woman body, whatever you want to call it, was pretty much unscathed at the end. And like I said, I was rooting for Akira, I was rooting for Miki, I was rooting for Miko. Those rapping dudes, it just sucks to see that all the sacrifices that led up until the end of this anime were in vain. Like, this is the ultimate, like, why did they even do it for? Like, this is the ultimate, like, why did they even try? Like, the entire earth, every single speck of life is gone. But with that being said, you know, I'm not bashing the ending or anything because, I mean, even though it does suck, it pissed me off, it made me sad, it was really well written, and I really can't wait to see some of you guys' reactions to seeing these last few episodes. And if you have seen these episodes already, tell me your first, like, how did you feel when you first saw episode 10? How did you feel at the end of episode 9, if you watch past the credits, after Miki died, seeing what could have been, seeing Akira and Miki riding on that bike together? How did that make you feel? How did the what if scenario that Akira had before he died, like all of Akira's family members, all of Miki's family members sitting at a table eating dinner, how did that make you feel knowing that that did not happen? No one can eat dinner anymore. Everybody's dead. One more thing that I kind of wish would have happened that didn't, although it may have changed the plot like by a lot. The demon that was inhabiting Akira, Amon, I wish we would have at least heard Amon speak. Like, I wish we would have seen Amon's true power, because this is obviously Akira drawing out the demon's power. This is not Amon's full potential, because we see when he gets mad, when Akira gets mad, he has fire abilities, and he doesn't seem to have these abilities at any other time. So it's hinting that he was tapping into some potential that he couldn't fully bring out because he wasn't born a demon. You know, he's kind of new to this demon body and how it works or whatever. So I really would have liked to seen what the demon Amon could have really done, because it's obvious that he was a big deal. Like, Amon was like the big boss demon besides Satan, of course. So I really would have liked to seen maybe Amon take over Akira, maybe for, you know, just a few minutes, just to see him rampage, see what he can really do. But we didn't get that. There's no changing it now. But it was still really well done. Tell me what you guys thought about this anime. What did you think about the last 2 episodes? The ending, Miki's death, Akira's death, the death of everyone. It seemed like we were getting some hope. Like, we got hope, especially in that scene where everyone put their trust into Akira, when they were hugging his leg, when all the other Devilmen sacrificed themselves to give him new limbs and stuff. He still got his ass whooped in the end. I'm like, come on. So everything is lost. Everything is dead. There's no more Earth. There's a new Earth. So we may see what goes on with that if there's a new season. If not, then we're left with this. But tell me what you guys thought about this amazing anime. This has been jbDAuchiha. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.